What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Whack back to another video. Yeah! Whack back! Welcome back to another video. We're here in the FSM shop with the man himself.
What's going on?
What's going on? How you doing? Alright, we got the JKU lined up on the lift here. We're about to put her up in the air because today we're doing wheel bearings. If you guys recall, I actually had to do the inner axle seals on this JKU here, which required pulling my front wheel bearings. And in the process of doing so, I absolutely ruined the front sensors. Pretty common that you'll break them off when doing so if they're original sensors. So I tried replacing those sensors and keeping my original wheel bearings, but that didn't work out for me. Unfortunately, the wheel bearings were toast. So I'm gonna do both the sensors and the bearings at the same time today. Hopefully that resolves our ABS light on the dash and the car stops freaking out. But let's get this thing in the air and start tearing her apart. After removing the front wheels with a 19mm socket, we can come over to the brake here. We're going to be removing the brake caliper and the brake rotor in order to access our wheel bearing. As you can see, I have slightly modified this dust cover. Gonna need to replace that eventually. Yours will look something like this. The reason for that is I accidentally put this one on backwards originally. But to remove our brakes here, we're gonna have two 21mm bolts on the back side holding the caliper on. Here's one at the top and another one at the bottom here. Now, something important to remember here when working on the front end is that we can rotate the entire knuckle, and that's gonna allow us to get a much better angle on some of these fasteners in the rear here. Now, before you completely remove these bolts, grab yourself a bungee cord. We'll want to bungee our caliper up out of the way so we don't damage our brake line.
A bungee guy, you serious?
Bungee guy.
Bungees? What are we in the Stone Ages?
Oh shit. Look at that, we got an upgrade.
Oh, we'll go this way. Look at that!
Look at that.
Echo Mike.
Oh yeah.
Hit him up. New York.
Now, I don't have a rotor to show you, but your rotors will have little lock rings here holding on your caliper. You can cut those or pop them off. Then you can pull off the rotor just like so. Now, using a 5mm hex head, I'm gonna remove our old sensor. Technically, we didn't really need to remove this because we're replacing it anyways, but it'll be nice to have it out of the way. Make things a little bit less hectic here. All right, so coming to the back of the wheel bearing here, we're gonna use a 12-point 13mm to take off 1, 2, 3 wheel bearing bolts, and we'll also have to pull off our axle nut. With all 3 of our wheel bolts removed, we can now use a 35mm socket to remove our axle nut.
Milwaukee takes it right off, no problem.
Oh, no problem, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if you're lucky, or you've recently removed your wheel bearings, they'll pop out with a little persuasion from a hammer. If not, you can use a puller or an air hammer to get in this little crease. Just be careful not to fuck anything up. Now, God willing, we should be able to pull this sucker off, no problem. Take off our hacked up dust guard. I should replace this, but it's late at night, so we're gonna have to do that another day. I do have a bit of corrosion buildup here along the outside of the knuckle where our wheel bearing bolts up, so I'm gonna take a wire brush to it just to clean it up a bit. Screw it, let's do the Milwaukee way. Alright, so here's our old JKU wheel bearing. Gonna open up our new TRQ wheel bearing from 1A Auto Parts. By the way, these came in super fast. Shout out to 1A Auto Parts for the great service. And These puppies come with a 5-year warranty, so if they go out again, we're covered. They do come with new sensors pre-installed. We'll see if these sensors are any good. If not, I got a set of backup Dormans, but in terms of specifications, these look to be absolutely identical. Let's toss them in. So the last thing we have to do before installing our new wheel bearing and sensor is we have to pull out our old sensor, which is a little bit of a nuisance to access the connector up here. Got a light set up. Hopefully I can show you. There's this little red safety clip right on the top of the connector. We're gonna have to slide that backwards before we can pop it loose. Sorry, I can't really show you better, but yeah, this one's gonna be fun. Quick shot of fluid film in the stud holes as well as along the edge here just to protect things from corrosion. And we can drop in our new wheel bearing assembly. Fits like a glove. Alright, with our wheel bearing bolts reinstalled, we're going to torque them down to 75 foot-pounds. As a quick note, you guys will see I am missing my dust shield that we're going to be replacing later on, but before putting your wheel bearing on, do be sure to reinstall your dust shield, or you're going to have to pull it back off to reinstall that. Time to toss back on our axle nut. Not entirely necessary to torque wrench it, but we will need to torque this down to 100 foot-pounds. At this point, the hardware portion of our installation is complete. Now we just have to run our sensor cable, which comes with new little grommet things to pop into miscellaneous brackets. So I'm gonna hold off on zip tying the rest of our cable here till we've reinstalled our rotor and our brake caliper. After securing our cable here, reinstalling our brake, we're all done with the replacement of our wheel bearing. Not sure if these new sensors that came pre-installed are gonna work, but I'm gonna go crank the other side off camera. We'll get this thing back on the ground, and I'll let you know if these new ABS sensors work. All right, folks, I just wrapped up the passenger side here. Got George behind the wheel. We're gonna go take it for a rip. We did just plug in the scan tool and we cleared a couple faults, took away our dash lights, but we're gonna take it for a drive and just make sure that they go away for good. Yeah, he's pretty short. Oh, wow. Yeah. All right, folks, we just got back from our test drive and I'm proud to report that everything went beautifully. We had no lights come on the dash, which is a huge relief. Been driving around for a couple of weeks with those ABS and traction lights on, so I'm happy to get those turned off. Overall, really smooth install of these TRQ front wheel bearings from 1A Auto Parts. I think my one tip, if you're having difficulty removing bolts, removing the actual bearing assembly from the axle, definitely grab a propane or MAP torch and try heating things up. We had some difficulty on the passenger side here, taking the shaft out of the hub assembly, and it took a lot of heating and a lot of hammering to get it out, but it did come out. We didn't have to replace the axle. Definitely don't get discouraged if things don't go your way. Corrosion does happen. Sometimes you have to fight it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please go leave a like down below. Comment down below what future Jeep videos you'd like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on JD Cars.